Dad?
Haley. That's a great way to start a live stream, don't you say? Welcome, everyone. I'm your MC, Bob. That was my daughter with Down syndrome, Haley. And the first announcement that I have for everyone is that we've walked 6,387 steps in 14 days. That's pretty awesome, guys. Now, the leaders for the amount raised, prizes, any other announcements as needed. Hey, we've got this ticker tape right down here at the bottom. There's our prize winners. That's probably because they're leading everything, right? So I'm just going to let that roll on. Now, thing is, we cannot do these live streams. We cannot do any of our UDSF events without some wonderful sponsorships from people. So I have to go and I have to make sure we give the most props to our wonderful sponsor, Calvin Curtis, right here. There we go, Calvin Curtis. Now, here's the thing. I want to show you guys now. Before I show something to you, I have to say I've got Calvin on the line right now. So in just a sec, we're gonna talk with him, and it'll be awesome. Okay, but if you have any questions and all this kind of stuff as to how Calvin Curtis can help your family, what you can do is you can just throw it in the comments. All right, they're over there or over there. They're somewhere. All right. As you're watching this, there's comments, and I'll be able to see them. So make sure you go and you add your comments, questions for Calvin Curtis. Okay. We'll try to get to them by the end of this show, or especially by the end of the interview with Calvin. All right. So I want to throw it over to this lovely video that Calvin has for us. All right, here we go. It takes a couple clicks, just so you know. Yes, we get fun stuff. And Calvin.
Hello, I'm Calvin Curtis. Over 30 years ago, I began my legal career at the U.S. Department of Justice. The cases I handled then involved a lot of money and were important to the government. I had an office right on Pennsylvania Avenue. It was heady stuff. In 1993,
That's right, 1993. All right, some awesome stuff. So now let's talk a little bit to Calvin Curtis, so we can go and we can chat more about what he has to offer us. Calvin, thanks so much for joining us. Sherilyn.
I thought I was the family. I'm Calvin.
You're Calvin.
Oh,
Aren't you Calvin?
I forgot. Hi, Bob. How are you?
I'm present. How are you?
We are doing great over here at the Calvin Curtis Law Firm, and we are excited to be a sponsor again for the Mighty Steps Walk.
Hey, that's fantastic. Now, some questions for you, Calvin. How did you get involved with UDSF?
I actually have a nephew that has Down syndrome, and so I reached out when I was approached by a good friend of mine to support the Utah Down Syndrome Foundation. How could I resist? And I love the work that they do, and it's always, I have a great time coming to all the walks each year.
Oh, we love having you. That's for sure. How long have you been a sponsor?
This is my 4th year being a sponsor.
And we've loved every year of it. All right. Now, can you tell us some of the services that your law firm offers us?
Well, we specialize in special needs, and so we can help you set up trucks and wills and things that will meet that are specific to the needs of your community.
Fantastic, fantastic. I full disclosure, I have taken advantage of that opportunity and I love it. So I thank you, Calvin. Now, what would you like our community to know about your law firm?
I think that we're here, that what I'd like them to know the most is that we're here to help, and that sometimes, just planning an estate is can be overwhelming, but especially trying to know all the details of planning with a special needs aspect to it as well. And so we're here to be supportive and meet your needs, and just excited to be here to help you.
And we love your help. That's for sure. If I could speak for everyone. Now, let's turn to see if we have any comments or questions that we have from the audience while we still have you on the line, Calvin. Check in the comments. There's nothing there. So everyone must love you and not have any questions for you. But you know what? I'm going to throw in a little extra something here so that they know where they can find you. So at the bottom on the ticker tape down there, you can find Calvin Curtis's information. Ooh, looks like a comment has come in. Now, here's a question for you, Calvin. Is there a fee for a first consultation?
No, the first consultation is free, and that's when we would map out our fees for our services and talk about what your needs are.
All right. That's fantastic. Another person had asked if there was a fee for a consultation, which we just got the answer for. Just letting everyone know, even after we let Calvin go on his busy day and everything, make sure to keep on asking those questions in the comment section. It's like that way or to the bottom. It's somewhere. So make sure to keep on asking those questions, and UDSF is going to go and make sure to point you in the correct direction so that Calvin can take care of your needs. Hey, Calvin, thanks so much for being with us today. We very much appreciate your help, and we'll see you at our in-person walk, all right?
All right, thank you.
Thanks so much. And again, thanks, Calvin Curtis, for being with us on there. Now, here's what we're gonna do. We're starting off our walk way down there in St. George. Now, I say way down there because I'm in the Salt Lake Valley, but we're starting off in St. George, and we're starting off in Provo, somewhere south of where I'm at. Happens to be the Smith family of Provo. So they must have moved from St. George. I don't know. We'll ask them. So with the Smith family from Provo, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a stop in Provo, and we're going to find more about their family. We're going to find more about their area. So let's introduce the Smith family. Smith family!
Hello!
Thanks for being here with us. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Bob?
I am fabulous.
Awesome.
Absolutely fabulous. All right. Hey, viewers, again, if you have comments and questions, anything about Provo, Utah County, the Utah County community group, make sure to put that in the comments and questions, all right? And we'll try to make sure that Mrs. Smith here goes and gets them to us. So now, here's some questions for you.
All right.
Who all's in your family?
So I have my husband over here, and I have my oldest two sons, Riley and Coco, and our youngest, who is a year old. He is our child with Down syndrome, and we are just loving it here in Provo.
Awesome. How long have you lived in should it say Utah or Provo?
Either one. Yeah.
How about we go with Provo? How long have you lived in Provo?
We've been living in Provo for about 3 years now.
Oh, 3 years? I thought you were down in St. George, so that was totally my bad. I'm 3 years behind the game here. Woo! So, what are some of your favorite landmarks in let's go Utah County? Because not just Provo, but Utah County. What are some of your favorite landmarks?
That's a really, really good question. One of our favorite landmarks is, of course, the Y. We love to take hikes up there as a family every summer. As long as I've lived in Utah County, I wish I knew more about it, but that's about it.
Oh, like any BYU Creamery fans?
Oh, yes, of course. We love their ice cream. We try to go at least once a week.
Oh, once a week?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I'll try to keep my personal biases out of this and not mention Aggie ice cream. Oops.
Oh.
Joking aside, have you made it up? What is that? American Fork Canyon, like Timpanogos Cave, anything like that?
Not yet.
Okay. Now that's one of my favorite highlights of Utah County, but I know since you live there, you'll definitely know the area more than me. So now here's a question. I know Utah County puts on some pretty good UDSF events. So what's one of your favorite activities that you've done with UDSF?
I think one of my favorite activities is just being able to, when we're able to get together with other families to just have our kids play around and just to be able to talk with other people.
All right. And what advice would you give new parents of? I mean, you said you have your 1-year-old with Down syndrome, so still fairly new parents to a child with Down syndrome. So, what advice would you give to new parents of a child with Down syndrome?
One advice would just be to enjoy the journey, that there's a lot of unknowns, and that you just kind of have to roll with it. You're going to continue to be learning every single day.
That's fantastic advice. Thank you so much. One question from one of our viewers out there. How long does it take to hike the Y?
That's a really good question. It really depends on how good of a hiker and if you're with younger children, because it is kind of a steep hike. And so if you're with younger children, I would say probably about 45 minutes to an hour to hike up there. But on the way back down, it's a breeze.
Oh, it's a breeze, huh? Do you get a breeze off of Utah Lake as you're hiking down?
A little bit.
A little bit. All right. Fantastic. it looks like those are our questions and comments from our viewers as for Utah County. But reminding everyone out there, make sure that if you have more questions and everything, just ask them here, and we can get you in touch with the community group leader of they're not called chapters anymore. The Utah County chapter person. But love to thank the Smith family for joining us so much. And we have another comment for you. Utah Community Group. There we go. Hey, thanks so much. Thanks so much for being with me here, Smith family. Have a fantastic time down there in Utah County. And so I'd like to make sure to remind everyone, if you still do have questions and comments, we're going to be able to see those on YouTube. We're going to be able to see those on Facebook Live. We're streaming to both right now. So keep them coming in. And if at any time you need help from udsf.org, here's the place you need to go. All right, udsf.org. That's the place for all the information. You want to find out more about Calvin Curtis, udsf.org is going to have his information there. All right. You want to find out when we're coming to your area next, udsf.org. We do have share their video. We do have their video. Fetch monkeys. Okay. And one more thing from the Smith family before I get rid of them again. Reintroducing Smith family from Provo. Here they are. Hey, it's like I haven't seen you forever.
I know.
You have a video for us?
Yes.
You do, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, how about we watch this video and we see all the wonderfulness thereof, huh? That was one fantastic video, Smith family. I think I even saw some places from Cache Valley in your Utah County video. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
Just great videography. I have to give you props on that one. So questions and comments. You couldn't hear the music. Ooh. Let's try that again. Let me see if I make sure to not mute mine, but I will mute Gabby. All right. Take two.
We'll be making history. Are you with me? Won't you stay? We have come so far. This is who we are.
And how about the music now? Yay! You know what? That video from Utah County, it looked like there were palm trees. Utah County must be one very warm place. Good. It looks like that means that I just have to make sure that I am not muted when showing the videos. Good to know. Well, again, those are our questions that we have for our Utah County community group leader. And thank you so much again for being with us, Smith family. And we're gonna see you later.
Thanks for having us.
And that was the Smith family. And this time we got to see their video. So reminder, couple reminders here at the end. We do have our live stream next Saturday at 11. You're gonna see me again. Yeah, I know. Every week. It's gonna be amazing. And so as next Saturday at 11. But before we go, we want to make sure if you do have further comments and questions, make sure to check out udsf.org. It's an amazing website. It's like pretty brand new, meaning it's a year old. And it is phenomenal. You're going to find tons of information there. You're going to find our sponsor, Calvin Curtis. You're going to find his contact information. You're going to find tons of things there. So this is Bob signing out. We're going to see you next week.